Let's talk about belly fat because there's a lot of misinformation out there, like the idea that you can target belly fat with crunches or that losing weight automatically means losing fat. Spoiler alert, both of these are wrong. Today, I want to flip the narrative and talk about where belly fat actually comes from, why it's stubborn, and how building muscle might just be the secret to finally burning it off. Trust me, this isn't the advice you've heard a million times before because most people are going to tell you to go do cardio and they're wrong. Now, before we dive in, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. It helps me to keep creating content that cuts through the confusion and delivers real actionable advice. And check out the resources below for tools to simplify your fitness journey and keep you on track. Let's get into this. Let's talk about belly fat myths and where it actually comes from. So we got to clear up the biggest myth in fitness, which is the idea that you can crunch your way into a flat stomach. The reality is belly fat isn't just about what's on the surface. It's about what's happening inside of your body. And one of the major culprits is insulin resistance. Here's how it works. When your body struggles to process blood sugar efficiently, often due to a high inflammatory processed diet, your pancreas pumps out more insulin. And then over time, your cells become resistant to insulin's effect and excess sugar is stored as fat. Where does it often go? Well, it goes straight to the midsection. It's pretty convenient. That's why refined, processed, sugary snacks, sodas, and other processed foods are a direct pipeline to belly fat. But here's another key player, your liver. The liver is like your body's detox center, processing everything from alcohol to toxins. And when it's overloaded with fatty deposits known as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which I think non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is more prevalent now than alcoholic fatty liver disease. But anyway, these fatty deposits, the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, its ability to metabolize fat efficiently is compromised. This creates a ripple effect, making it harder for your body to burn fat, including belly fat. And we can't forget stress. Elevated cortisol levels, the result of chronic stress, tells your body to store fat for survival. Unfortunately, your body doesn't differentiate between an actual threat and everyday stress like work deadlines or family drama. And that's why you got to get toxic people out of your life. I digress. The fat storage signal goes straight to the visceral fat around your organs, which is the most dangerous type of fat. So here's the takeaway. Belly fat isn't just about diet or exercise. It's about your hormones, stress levels, and how your body processes food. To truly tackle this, you have to work from the inside out. So I want to talk about why you can't target fat loss, right? So we got to get this one thing straight. You cannot choose where your body burns fat. No matter how many crunches or sit-ups you do, you're not going to spot reduce belly fat. Your body burns fat systematically, meaning everywhere at once, and it decides where to take it from first. When you're in a calorie deficit or increasing your activity level, your body prioritizes fat loss in areas where it poses the greatest risk to your health. Thank God for an intelligent body. This is why visceral fat, the dangerous fat around your organs, is often the first to go. But here's the thing. This process takes time and it might not show up in the mirror right away. The frustrating part is that subcutaneous fat, the layer of fat just under your skin, is often the last to go. So while your body is working hard to protect your internal organs by burning visceral fat, it might not yet touch that belly fat you're staring at in the mirror. And this is where most people give up, thinking their efforts aren't working. But here's the truth, as I just stated, the body is incredibly intelligent. It knows what needs to be prioritized for survival and long-term health. So patience and consistency are your best tools. Combine a well-balanced diet, regular strength training, and adequate recovery, and you're going to see results over time. Remember, fat loss isn't about shortcuts. It's about strategy. And thinking of strategy, we have to talk about the role of water weight and quick weight loss. So have you ever stepped on the scale after starting a new diet and see it drop dramatically? Well, before you celebrate, let's talk about what's actually happening. So in many cases, that rapid weight loss, it isn't fat. It's water weight. And that's why some people can go up and down day to day. Now, here's why this happens. When you cut carbs, especially on diets like keto, your body burns through its glycogen stores. Glycogen binds to water. So as you use it up, your body releases the water it was holding on to. This can make you feel lighter and even look slimmer, but it's not the same as losing fat. And here's the tricky part. Losing water weight can come with risks. When your body sheds water, it also loses electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. If you're not replenishing these, you might feel fatigued, lightheaded, or even dehydrated. This has happened to me before. And the bottom line is, don't get too caught up in the initial drop on the scale. Real fat loss happens over weeks and months, not days. And this is where building muscle comes into play. Muscle helps boost your metabolism, making fat loss sustainable and preventing the dreaded rebound weight gain. So I want to talk about how building muscle helps burn fat everywhere. Building muscle isn't just about looking toned. It is one of the most effective ways to burn fat. And here's why. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. This means it burns calories even when you're doing absolutely nothing. So the more muscle you have, the more calories your body burns, even at rest. But there's more to it than just calorie burn. When you engage in strength training, you're not just building muscle, you're creating a fat burning machine. See, your body requires energy to repair and grow muscle after a workout, which means you're burning calories long after you've left the gym. Now, let's address a common misconception. Some people worry about gaining weight when they start lifting weights, and I hear this all the time, especially from women. Here's the deal. If you're gaining muscle and losing fat at the same time, the scale might not budge, but your body composition will improve dramatically. You'll look leaner, feel stronger, and here's the big part. Your body fat percentage will decrease. This is why two people can weigh the same, but look completely different. And I'm telling you, it could be like night and day. I've seen this so many times. See, muscle is denser than fat. So even if the number on the scale stays the same, you'll notice a big difference in how your clothes fit and how your body looks. So if you're serious about losing fat, don't fear the weights. Embrace them. Building muscle is one of the smartest investments you can make in your long-term health and fat loss journey. Now, I do want to talk about, is your belly fat dangerous? See, not all belly fat is created equal. There are two main types. One is the subcutaneous fat, which sits just under your skin, and then there's visceral fat, which surrounds your organs. Visceral fat is the more dangerous of the two because it's linked to serious health risks like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even certain cancers. So how can you tell if your belly fat is a problem? A simple measurement can give you a clue: your waist to hip ratio. If your waist circumference is larger than your hips, it's a sign that you might be carrying too much visceral fat. Now, the good news is that visceral fat is often the first to go when you start a healthy routine. Strength training, a diet rich in whole foods, and reducing stress can all help target this dangerous fat. And as your visceral fat decreases, you'll notice improvements not just in your appearance, but in your overall health. Remember, the goal isn't just to lose weight, it's to create a healthier, stronger, and more resilient body. Belly fat can seem to be complex, tied from everything from hormones to lifestyle choices. But the path to best overcome this is surprisingly straightforward. The best thing you can do is shift your focus to building lean muscle, fuel your body with nutrient-rich foods, and trust the process as your body prioritizes health from the inside out. Now, I want to hear from you. What's been the toughest part of your journey with losing belly fat? Is it navigating all the conflicting advice out there, staying consistent, or something deeper? Share your experience in the comments below. Your stories don't just help me to create better content. They also spark conversations that empower others to take control of their health. Now, if this video resonated with you, please do not leave without subscribing and giving it a like. And make sure to check out the resources in the description or consider joining our community that will give you everything you need, from guided workouts to nutrition tips and constant support. Our community is designed to give you expert advice to simplify the process of overcoming health challenges and staying consistent. All right, thanks for watching, and continue the journey of learning how to live healthier and better by watching the next video.